Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome back to the AFI project. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans. This was directed by F.W. Murnau, who also directed one of the best silent horror films of all time, Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror. It tells the story of a man named, well, the Man. He seemingly has a loving wife and a lovely farm. However, he is in a bit of an affair with a woman from the city who wants desperately for him to leave his farm and his wife behind and move to the city with her. But he has his doubts. And so the city girl comes up with a scheme to drown the wife in their river. Like I said in the intro, this was directed by F.W. Murnau, who is often seen as one of the greatest silent film directors of all time. He directed Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror, also, like I said, basically a Dracula movie and literally everything but the name. But when that movie was eventually released, it was so successful that William Fox, who was the founder of the Fox Film Corporation, which is basically the great-grandfather of 20th Century Fox and the grandfather of 21st Century Fox, and basically everything that has the word Fox in it, from like Fox Sports, News, and so on and so forth, can be traced in its lineage back to William Fox. William Fox invited Murnau to America personally and said, "Hey, go to town." And so Murnau did. And not only is Sunrise considered one of the greatest silent films of all time, but it won several Academy Awards at the very first Academy Awards ceremony, including the predecessor to what we call Best Visual Effects. And Julie Gaynor would end up winning for her performance in this movie as well. She was the first Best Actress. So when I was watching this movie, and this was another first-time watch for me, I felt like I was watching a piece of history, because in many ways, movies like this are never made, at least not anymore. I mean, even taking out the obvious stuff like black and white and silent films and all that. And I think the biggest compliment that I can give to this movie is that it looks absolutely gorgeous. Even by 2021 standards, the cinematography and the visuals are just excellent. Murnau's expressionist style is all over this movie, with forced perspective shots and sudden transitions, and it's all very ambitious, especially for that time period. In my research, I found that the city set that was eventually built cost around $200,000 US. Now, today, I'm sure you could probably make like 100 A24 movies off of like half of that. But back during like the late 1920s, $200,000 was like $200 million. It was a lot of money. And yeah, the money is definitely on the screen. And my favorite part of the movie was absolutely Julie Gaynor. She is the heart of the movie, and definitely, for certain, the person that you feel sorry for. You feel sorry for the man as well, eventually, but throughout, you just hope things work out. I won't go too deep into spoilers, but at about the 45-minute mark, the storyline as we come to know it kind of comes to a bit of an end. To kind of use, like, story speak, we get the rising action, the rising action, the rising action, the climax, and then the resolution. But the resolution kind of happens, at least what I felt like it anyway, at about the 45-minute mark. And then I feel like the rest of the movie just feels like padding. Good padding, it still looks great and the acting is still good, but there's a part of me that was just like, didn't we already see the happy ending? Like, why are we getting another one? I mean, that's fine and all, but like, this movie should have ended like a little bit ago at least. I don't even want to pretend to know what the writing of this movie or the writing process was going into it, and I am certainly not a screenwriter, not even close. But as far as that goes, as I was sitting there, I was like, you could have ended the movie at like this point, and it would have been awesome. But then the movie kind of kept going. And again, it's a nitpick. I still think this movie is quite good in a lot of areas, but I just thought the movie should have ended like it should have ended and not overstayed its welcome. But at the end of the day, it is a bit of a nitpick because, well, at the end of the day, Sunrise is definitely worthy of being called one of the greatest silent films of all time. I still think it's a dead heat between The Kid or City Lights, but I think Sunrise definitely belongs in the conversation. But that is all from me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Next time on the AFI Project, we are going to be jumping about 70 years in the timeline, going from the late 1920s to the late 1990s, and talking about a movie that, for a time, was the highest-grossing film of all time. It's James Cameron's Titanic. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way, when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.